16 of them.
D-minus 5, 3, 2, 1, 0, and liftoff.
And here we are again. It's Sunday and it's 1 hour of madness.
Yeah, love it.
I want to know what Terry's eating.
Mini Imperials. Look,
Mini
there you go.
Imperials.
Oh, yeah.
That's my last one, actually, as well.
I haven't got any meat and pure, I'm afraid. So there we are.
Saltwater taffy.
What is
What's
it?
that?
You don't have that in the UK?
Saltwater taffy. It sounds like something you put in your jacuzzi. What the hell?
Yeah, don't sound
So
very nice. I must admit.
whenever you go to the coast or the ocean or the shore, as they call it in New Jersey, there's places that make saltwater taffy.
Never heard of it.
Anyway,
It doesn't sound very nice.
I like it.
Anyway, let's have a look in the chat. See who's in the chat. So 23 people in the chat. Right.
I can't put any comments on tonight. My computer is here.
Oh,
I've had to change my whole desk around to get the new camera going. I did it 10 minutes ago.
lovely.
job.
Yeah, no.
So Patrick was first in today. John Coopy, Adrian Drones, Cars. Yellow Rose, leave there. Anyone else? Anyone else? I've got to get through this lot now. Waiting for it. Sue's there. Well, Sue, how you doing? Dave Cullen's there. Sue. Oh, Chuck. There's Chuck. And there's Keith Fuller. And Brian. Where are you, Brian? Come on, Brian. Come back. Come on. John's there. Yeah.
Good evening, all. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Sally's there. Hello, Sally.
hello, Sally.
Hey,
Sally.
Caroline, you missed it.
No, I haven't got Caroline yet.
Yeah,
I got Laurie. Are you sure Caroline's there?
She's definitely there.
Don't
I
keep
can see her.
Oh,
And Wendy's there.
Captain Kirk.
Johnny Dragonfly.
Captain Kirk. Boldly goes when our man never goes. Alan's there. Johnny Dragonfly. Johnny, how you doing?
Hello,
Mickey
Johnny.
Moo. No show is complete.
Hello,
without
Mickey Moo. Oh,
Stevie Knowles. Jay Richards. Oh, I mean, this was disappearing. Jay Richards. Richards here.
hello, Jay.
Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Good grief. This list is going on forever. At
No.
long last, 1 hour of madness. Can't wait.
Hey, you got to tell me when. Sweet Caroline. Good times never been so good.
So good. With the British version of it. Oh dear. It doesn't get any worse. Or does it? Harvey's here. Harvey. And Robert, Winthrop Robert. Okay, the new team.
Ooh.
And Chris is here. And Chris, sorry, the thing's popping up on my screen now. I'm going, let's go. What the hell is going on here?
It's who?
A reminder to start the show. We've already started here, Muppets. Mark White's here.
Who said that?
There's a little notice comes up, start the show.
Oh,
Well, they usually got it. They're talking about
Chris
being.
Hope is here.
Yeah.
Chris. Hello, Chris.
Chris.
And the other Chris is here. Pixie's Chris.
Yeah.
Have I got to? Have I got?
How do?
And Kev's here. Where is he? Where is he?
Yeah, you're supposed to know. There he is.
As if by magic. It's a
I'm
bit
feeling
like
sick now.
what was that program we used to watch? As if by magic. What was it? Mr. Ben.
Mr. Ben. Oh, I loved that.
As
Mm.
if by magic, the shopkeeper appeared.
Yeah. That was brilliant.
Wendy Miller.
No, that weren't Windy
No,
Minnie.
Can't
That
be
was.
that. Marcus is completely lost.
Marcus doesn't know. Yeah.
Well, I have no
Really was
clue.
like one propeller. One
No,
propeller.
not Mr. Bean, Mr. Ben.
Mr. Bean. Yeah.
No, Mr. Bean is brilliant as well.
Mr. Bean. No, Mr. Bean, the one who's.
Oh, I hated that. Oh, that.
Oh, I love
Oh,
Mr.
he's
Bean.
funny.
Oh,
He is
no.
funny as all get up, Terry.
Not my thing.
Oh, God.
He'd be my
he's
best
hilarious.
friend if he lived down my street.
Plus, he's a gearhead, too. I like that.
I think the classic was the classic for me when he was going on holiday, and he was looking for his shorts and he couldn't find them, so he cut the legs off his jeans, and then the next time he took out absolute craziness. Oh dear. You should watch Mr. Bean. You can learn a thing or two from Mr. Bean. You learn how sane you really are. Anyway, talking of sane, we've got a lot to get through. So,
I
without
thought you were
further
going to say, talking of saying, what about our guest?
Yeah. Take a
Maria.
letter, Maria.
Marie's probably the only one who is sane.
Let's welcome this week's Drone Seekers live show special guest.
Yay!
And we put Maria in the middle because
Pop her in the middle.
that's better. Right, now we can see you now. So no hiding on the side there, Maria. How are you, Maria? You okay?
Yeah, doing good. Doing good.
Good, good. That's good to hear. I'm just hoping about how sane you are compared with this lot.
Yeah. I was listening backstage and I was like, well, I don't know, man. I drove all the way across the country just to take some drone shots. I mean, I don't know if that's crazy or not.
Yeah, that's pretty standard for our crowd, isn't
Out
it?
of curiosity, how many miles was it, Marie? How many miles did you actually drive?
After all was said and done with all my little side quests, it was around 4,250.
Hey,
Yeah.
In a day.
I'll take it that was there and back. Yes,
In a
about
day.
2,000 miles.
What?
I'll take it that was 2,000 odd miles there and 2,000 odd miles back then. Or did you drive 4,000 miles and leave the car?
No, it was roughly about 2,000 there, but on the way back, I had a lot of little side quests that took me out on places, trying to find places to fly, particularly in Nebraska and Ohio, because it's nothing but corn there.
nothing but corn and flat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, we've got we're going to follow Maria. Well, Marie obviously very kindly vlogged it all for us, so we haven't got to actually drive the 4,000 miles. We can just watch Maria's video and feel her pain.
Yeah, because we've done it.
Now you're splitting this up in 4 different sections, right?
I've split it up because it just adds to the tension a little bit. But the one first, I'm going to show. I think we're going to show Painted first.
Oh, that was just nominated by the AZ Drone Fest yesterday.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, well done.
Hey.
Well, let's watch it then.
Wow, that were nice.
Yeah,
That was lovely.
I'm just thinking exactly the same thing that Laurie said. He looks like the moon. I thought he probably looks better than the moon. Actually,
It reminded me
Got more
of
colour, isn't it?
it reminded me of España. Some of those places that
Yeah.
you fly.
Yeah.
Like Kev said, Badlands, eh, Kev?
yeah,
Yep. Very similar to the Badlands.
yeah, it does. Well, it's fascinating, really. But when just I've got to say hello to young Stevie. I didn't see him creeping. He crept
Oh,
in
hey,
there.
Stephen Sutton. Stephen Sutton's in the chat.
Yes.
There he is.
Oh, amazing! Back at you, Stephen.
We said the little paint. Norfolk Winslow, Arizona. There we are. So yeah.
So many great lines there. Yeah, north of Winslow, Arizona. You know where I was going, Maria.
Yep.
Eagles, right?
Yeah, it's a song. Yeah, I can't remember what song it is now. I'm trying to think of that. See, I'll think of the words. Take easy.
It's a girl, my lord, with a flatbed.
Oh, take easy.
Going down to take a look at me. Come on, baby.
Sign him up to band stream quick.
I will start now. These people.
That's actually, if I could say something about that place, there's the Painted Desert and then there's the Little Painted Desert. You can't fly on the regular Painted Desert, but that one you can because there's nobody there. It's like you drive by, you'll miss the turnoff. If you blink, you'll miss it. So anybody who's in this area, out in Arizona, just look for the little one and you'll be able to get to that place. And I'm sure a lot of people who fly FPV would love to go there.
Looks good, yeah.
Little canyons and whatever.
Yeah.
So, Maria, I take it the Painted Desert is probably a national monument. Is that it? So, therefore, a no-fly zone. Yeah.
Yeah. It's part of Petrified National Forest too. So.
Oh, very good.
So yeah, as we was saying earlier on, Marie started her venture. When was it, man? When did you actually do this? Was it July or August? I can't remember what month.
It was late July. I think I left on the 18th, and I didn't come back until like the 26th or something like that. But then a lot of editing and everything was put on hold for other reasons.
Yeah.
It was a good solid 8 days on the road.
Yeah.
That's a lot of miles in 8 days.
Yeah.
Maria. That's a ton of miles.
Oh yeah, well that's how I roll.
Yeah.
So when you planned this, I mean, obviously you knew where you was going when you planned. But I mean, did you actually? Did you plan stops on the way, or did you have like?
Well, actually, there's only a few places I was definitely going to go to. A lot of the other stuff, it's like, okay, what do I see from the road, and can I fly there? But I mean, like St. Louis, yeah, I plan on stopping there. My end point was Detroit. I have a friend in Detroit, so that was the end point because Canada's like right there. As far as the stuff in Arizona, I knew where I was going with that, and one place in Texas. So other than that, it was pretty much just let's see what I find.
Right. Well, let's see the first part of Marie's journey. It's all self-explanatory because Marie very kindly does the narration, so we're going to have to bother that. So,
I look terrible.
here we go.
everybody, and welcome to Border to Border. It is super early in the morning right now. The sun is just starting to bring some light into the horizon, and I am on my way to go shoot some saguaros in some pretty desert. Border to Border is exactly what it is in the title. It's from the Mexico border to the Canada border. And I'm going to try and film as much as I possibly can in between to show the diverse landscape. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy the trip. Dirt road right now. It is next to a very, very big landmark. I already checked into it. It's all good. But this is really, really cool. And it's kind of like a bucket list thing for me. So yeah, you guys check it out. On my way to a little hidden gem I didn't even know existed, and I've lived in Arizona for years, but it's called the Little Painted Desert, and it's a place that not too many people know about. Look it up. I'm on my way there to go fly. It is really hot outside. I mean, really, really hot. And I don't know if it's going to be safe to put the drone up, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to see if I can get something.
That was good. We've lost Marcus.
Marcus.
Run
I'm
around.
back. I'm back.
Marcus went to a little painted desert. It was still there.
I see how you put an end to part 1 on there. Thank you for doing that.
Well, I thought I started off with Roman numerals and ended up with. I thought, hang on. I thought,
Got up to 3, didn't know what come next.
yeah, 1, 2. So yeah, I mean, so where we got to there, Marie? So how far did you got there? I mean, how many dot miles have you actually driven there? I'm guessing 1,000 miles or less.
No, less. That was probably, let me think here. Maybe 350, 350.
Oh, okay, all right. So did you do most of the filming? I take it you did filming there and filming back. Did you? I mean, you would.
Actually, okay, yeah, I did all the filming. I did this trip alone, but
I mean, did you do it all on the way there? Did you do some on the way back? That's what I mean.
oh no, on the way back, I went a different direction. See, that's the magic with being able to edit. You can make the journey go the way you want through the stage to the end of the destination.
Oh,
Just like when a movie is filmed, they don't ever film it in sequence.
In sequence, no, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, on the way back, I went through different states. Coming back, I was a lot higher up in the states through Iowa, Nebraska, down through Colorado and everything. So
right. See, to me, I just unless I check the map out, I go, hang on, Marie, you didn't do this. Marie went. She travelled a journey. I wonder if she's all went zigzag across.
Yeah, no. I mean, it appears that way, but no, that's the way to get through the states to Canada.
I was trying to show you the map. Can you see that before it disappears?
It keeps disappearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see it now.
Yeah.
Just about. It looks like you got ink stains all over it.
Oh, I know.
To answer Patrick Morris, I did half and half. Sometimes I stayed in a hotel. Sometimes I stayed in the car. It depends on how tired I got on the road.
I see some people can't sleep in the car. Me, I can sleep anywhere. It doesn't matter. I can sleep. I'm sure I can always sleep standing up if I'm tired enough and just fall asleep.
My car is tiny, man. I got a Hyundai Accent. Try sleeping in that. It's really hard.
I can't believe I can't believe what that's like.
Your little car did well then, actually, on some of those dirt roads by the look of it.
Oh yeah. My car thinks it's a truck. At least I told it it's a truck. So I mean, I'm just gonna go with that.
It identifies as a truck.
Was everything shot on the one drone, Maria? What drone did you take?
Air 2S.
Air 2S. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, so you didn't fly your what other drone? You got the
Islander.
I'm never gonna escape this, am I?
Never gonna. I think that looks a smart drone. I do. I really do.
The GoPro Karma likes to sit on the shelf and collect dust right now.
No.
But you know, Maria, drones like that, they're I call them a trophy drone.
Right? Yeah.
You've got one.
Flies.
They're rare.
Flies.
Yeah.
It's for fun. It's for tooling around for fun. It's the drone I would give my friends to fly if they ever wanted to fly a drone.
I thought you were going to say if you didn't like them.
You know, well, plus if you look at that drone on the shelf, it reminds you of all the memories you made with it, all the places you flew, and
Oh yeah. That drone has brought me to where I am today. I wouldn't be where I am today without that drone.
But Marie, it still flies though, doesn't it?
I haven't taken it up in at least 9 months.
Yeah, but when the last time, 9 months ago, when you tested it, it flew, did it? Or did it just try and attack you or something? Did it?
Oh, no, it flew just fine. The Karma is very easy to fly. It's very, very, very easy. It takes a lot to crash it. So,
it is quite a big drone as well, isn't it? Because I didn't realize that because the props on it are quite big, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 10-inch props. So,
it's like, it's a real helicopter. You can actually go for a ride.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Any questions from Marie before I show the next bit of film? No.
I'll bet you Johnny Drone Flyer would trade his V copter for that Karma.
Yeah.
No, that Karma stays with me.
That's a joke.
It's not,
Yeah.
It's a joke.
Yeah, that was directed kind of at Johnny, really.
Okay.
Right, part 2. Part 2.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh man, it is really, really windy here in Colorado. Going through some mountains, and it's too windy to fly. I'll mess up the gimbal on my drone. I'm gonna just keep going. Unfortunately, I can't film here, but I'll hopefully find a place in Colorado to film. Colorado has a lot of diverse landscapes, so I'm gonna try and get over into the plains area. I know that there's some wind farms out there, and maybe I'll have some luck with that. I am going through a very, very small part of Texas, and because of that, there's nothing really to film except for the Cadillac Ranch. So this is Texas for you, and tomorrow we'll move on to another state. Well, the humidity is having fun with my hair, making the curls and waves that I have even tighter than they normally are. And I'm kind of bummed because right now it's just so windy in Oklahoma. And I need to fly. I definitely need to fly. I need to get something from this state. Man. This is farmland. And what's really cool is it's like every 10 or 15 miles you see a silo or a series of silos, and it's all next to train tracks.
Very nice.
He's gone again. Oh, there he is.
Skulls will go all over the place.
I was trying to think of some songs from the musical Oklahoma, but I couldn't think of them.
Oklahoma, where the wind.
Yeah, that's it.
On your travels, Maria, was there one particular favourite sort of spot where you stopped and droned?
Yes.
Have we got there yet?
No.
Okay,
No.
come back to that one then.
Back on the driveway when you got there. I'm glad I got back home, as she says. So how many days? Just remind me, how many days was it? Until 8 days, was it?
Pretty sure, yeah, I think it's 8 days. Yeah.
That's an awful lot of driving, isn't it? 8 days.
Yeah.
I was
Well-
on a mission, man. And I also, I
Yeah.
was looking forward to getting to see my friend up there in Detroit. He's actually like a music partner. He goes by the artist name 7 and 5. And
Uh-huh.
I did some interviewing with him when I was there. So, I was really looking forward to that. So it was and I was on a time constraint too. I can only be away from home for so long. I got, so it was a big mission. Yeah.
Just your feet just feed. Come back and feed the dog.
So you averaged 500 miles a day, Maria. That's pretty good.
Yeah, actually, the first day it was like because I didn't stop until I got to Shamrock, Texas. So I think that was like 700 and something miles on the first day.
First day.
Fine.
And yeah,
Wow.
so Shamrock, Texas is pretty much right there on the border of Texas and Oklahoma. So yeah, that's a heck of a drive from where I'm at in Arizona.
It's a long trek, isn't it? Really. I mean, 700 miles in the UK. I mean, you would have driven the whole length of the UK.
Well, so that made me think of something, Jackie. How far is it when you drive from España back home through the channel and all that? How many miles is that?
That's about 1,600 miles, I think.
I don't know. It's
I think
about 18 hours anyway.
It's 900 kilometers from here to Santander.
Yeah, but
So
I don't
that's
go
where
that
you're-
way.
Yeah, but
I
yeah.
go
By the Strait,
Right.
but then you go that way across
Jackie
France.
goes,
Yeah.
Jackie goes across France.
Yeah.
I think it's about 1,600
I think, yeah.
miles. I'm sure
Hold
it
on.
is.
I was going to say 16 to 1800. Yeah, 1,600
Right.
miles.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Good old train. But for Marie, that's like not even half a journey.
That's the breakfast run, isn't it?
That's a
right. It's saying 18 hours and 14 minutes, and it is. What does it say? Oh, it's in kilometers. 1,924.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let me explain something real quick. Out here driving where I'm at in Arizona, you can look at 100 miles and go, okay, I'll be there in an hour, no big deal, because nobody pays attention to speed limits out here, anyways. But one time when I went to DC, I had my mom with me, and it was only 2.5 miles to get to where we were going there in the heart of DC, and I was like, well, we'll just be there in like what, 15, 20 minutes, if that. And she looks at me and laughs, and she says, we'll be there in 2 hours. And I'm like, it's 2.5 miles.
It's like driving in most cities, Marie. I mean, you
Yeah.
drive in London.
Yeah.
And when I was doing some work down in London, and I said to this guy, "So how far is it?" He said, "Oh, it's about 2 miles down the road." I thought, "Oh, happy days! I'll get there." And he said, "Mind you," he said, "it'd probably take you an hour and a half to get there." I went, yeah, very funny.
I know. So So she was so right with that. But in contrast to how it is where I'm at, driving a long distance like that is nothing. That's why being able to do this kind of road trip the way I did it and how long I was on the road, it's like no big deal, really.
That's like here in Spain, isn't it, Terry? We can just drive. It's just
You can just drive,
it's
yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
And what you
I
know is
did
better.
get caught in a traffic jam on Monday.
Was it sheep
And it-
again?
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it wasn't
same
shit. There's no, it lasted 6 minutes.
Yeah.
It was really bad. I was
That's all I
angry.
get stuck behind here is sheep. If I get stuck, that's it.
I got caught the other day on my bike with the sheep.
Or
So-
the smell if you get a bit close.
Yeah, especially it gets in your tires.
Just be careful, Terry. Be careful.
Why is that, Marcus?
Belgium's only 186 miles long.
That is true.
Oh my God, I wouldn't even make it to Tucson in that length of time.
No wonder Patrick's all going driving around all over the place. He don't take him long. He does it all in one day.
Yeah, within an hour he's out into another country, isn't he?
Patrick says, do a lot of road trips, Maria.
Yeah, well, yeah, I like to go fly, so yeah.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, that's what it's all about as well, isn't it? I mean, that's part of the reason you do it. I mean, you know, that the journey was sort of like mapped out in two ways. One, you was going to see someone, and secondly, you was going to fly your drone all over the place.
I don't do well staying in one spot for too long. I gotta get out there. I gotta go fly. I gotta get in my own space and just be myself doing that. Be in the moment.
Yeah. Right. So we're ready for part 3, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. We've got to find it first. Here it is. Let's go.
Welcome to Iowa, where it's corn and more corn, and there's lots and lots of corn. Okay, it's really late. I got into Missouri late, and really not much to fly because it's dark. But I am on my way to St. Louis, and I'm gonna go see if I can fly that arch. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I hope it comes out, but I gotta go through St. Louis, so I'm on my way there. Illinois, and the problem with this is that it keeps raining off and on, off and on, off and on, and I'm running into weather. So yeah, I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to fly or not. If I can get some shots, then I will. But the way things are looking right now, I don't know.
Yay!
Maria, that last track, was that one of yours?
I just answered you. I said,
Oh.
yes, it's actually titled Road Trip.
That's the
Trip.
one that's your favourite.
Did you write that beforehand, Maria, or did you actually?
Oh yeah, that song was written like 3 years ago.
Oh, right.
So Maria, tell us the story of flying the Arch there. Obviously, you were across the river, and for people that don't know, the Arch is in a national park, so you can't fly at the Arch. But I love those shots. How did you find the location?
I have another friend who is a very successful aerial cinematographer, and I was told where to go, where it's possible to go. And I did some research too. I was like, okay, this is where I can go. Problem is, I had a big problem when I went there, and it wasn't because I was flying. I think I was almost jumped when I was there. I was the only one in this spot, and I'll tell you the story real quick. I'm getting my shots. I was coming in for a landing. I was landing on some grass, and I noticed that like 4 guys just came up to my car because my car was the only one that was there. And one was in front of the driver's side door, passenger, and then 2 in the back.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, okay, what do I do? So I just walked up, and the guy next to my driver's side door says, what do you want for it? And I just kind of laughed and shrugged and said, it's not for sale. And then he stepped forward just a little bit more and said, what do you want for it? And at that time, some of the guys from the back walked out. I was this close to literally just dropping the drone and trying to run, even though these guys would have caught me. And right then, a security lady on a Segway pulls up.
Wow.
And I have actual video of her on the other side of this place coming around when I was landing it. And she comes up and says, this area is closed. You guys need to leave. And they didn't say anything, and they just started walking off. And I told her, I was like, can I just stay with you until they are far enough away? And she said that was fine. That was the only scare I had the entire time.
Wow.
But I was terrified. I was like, oh my God, here we go. This is where I die.
Slightly outnumbered as well. I mean,
Yeah.
So,
But if it wasn't for that lady, I don't even want to think what could have happened.
Yeah, they had nefarious intent, no question about
Oh
it.
yeah. Anybody who's flown in the area that I was in, you can clearly see the area I was in. They came from the railroad tracks and coming through on the railroad tracks. So it was a very, very dark and not very safe area.
no, very, very lucky Maria, I think, because it didn't sound that it was. I don't think they were there to throw a party for you, as it were.
Yeah, not if I got the car surrounded.
No.
Let me answer.
That's when you need the police to help out.
Yeah.
Let me answer Patrick Morris real quick. No, I am a professional music producer, so you can find my music all over streaming services. So yeah, you can find me on Spotify everywhere. Just look up my name.
And you can, and you seriously can, because obviously, when I was listening to these videos earlier on, I was actually sitting there with Shazam. It's quite weird. And his music playing, and he comes up with Maria Davis.
Cool.
Right, okay.
Yeah, brilliant.
So, 46 minutes in, and
Now you're going to see the place that I enjoyed flying at.
now we've
I really, really liked.
the ultimate part of this. And here we go. So this is Border to Border,
Part 4.
part 4.
I was told about a place called Warren Sand Dunes, and it's on Lake Michigan. And one of the things from my bucket list is to go into one of the Great Lakes. I'm at it. I'm actually at it. I can't believe I am actually at one of the Great Lakes. Wow.
now what everybody needs to do is go and watch the making of version of that.
Yeah. And obviously,
There's so much more in that.
Generally, because it's all in glorious 4K. Unfortunately, I'm limited to show it in 720, so it doesn't do it justice. But I'm sure you get the idea. But yeah, check out Marie's because there's some spectacular footage there. But yeah, it was great. It was a great road trip, and it just we almost sort of feel like we've sort of done the journey with you, Maria. We're out the 4,000 miles.
Thank you, Jackie. You asked a question, which was the favorite? I say Belle Isle. That last island was the runner-up, but the Warren Sand Dunes on Lake Michigan, that place was just absolutely magical. And oh man, I wasn't there long enough. The sun, this is the thing that gets me. The sun, is you saw where it was in the sky, it was setting, but it was 9 o'clock at night when I took that. And I'm not used to that. Far north.
No, that's the thing. I suppose that's as well. That's one of the things I've never even considered. Obviously, on your driving, I mean, the difference in sort of darkness, the time zones and whatever.
Yeah. The farther north I got, because of the time of the year it was, the longer the sun was out at night. But I thought for sure I was going to have a jet lag, because there's a 3-hour difference between Arizona and where I was in Detroit. But it didn't affect me at all, because I was, like I said, I was on a mission, and I was just doing what I needed to do to get where I needed to go. And if anybody's wondering, the images on the very end in the credits, that guy that was with me, that's 7 and 5. That's my friend that I went to go meet, and he let me use 3 of his songs on this.
And if you watch the making of video, not only will you see Maria singing in her car, which is well worth
God,
you will also see the story of the pebble, the little stone. Because has he found it yet?
Yes, he did. Brilliant. Yeah. No, it was kind of ruined. I was just checking to make sure I had everything before I left, because I did a lot, the interview thing, and I went up to look. I was like, okay, yeah, everything's fine. And he's like, are you sure? And he goes up there and he goes into the studio, and he's like, what's this? I'm like, I don't know. And I just yeah, he found it.
So Terry, have you got a funny joke for us?
What?
Oh, joke time!
Oh, I just woke up.
He falls asleep and then I
thought I got away with it.
No chance.
Patrick reminded me, to be honest with you. Thank you, Patrick. You dubbed him, mate.
And now it's time for Terry's Joke of the Week.
Okay.
You just have to remember, a quid is a pound. That's an English slang. So a quid is a pound coin. Got it, Marcus?
I do. I understand.
You do. You got it. Good. After 35 years, George the postman decides to retire. On his last day, he makes his usual rounds. And when he arrives at the first house, the whole family come out, congratulates him, and sends him on his way with a gift voucher. The second house, they present him with flowers and chocolates. The folks at the third house hand him a selection of wine. At the next house, he is met at the door by a strikingly beautiful woman in a revealing negligee. Takes him by the hand, leads him upstairs to the bedroom, where she blows his mind with the most passionate sex he has ever experienced. Ever. And you can imagine by this time now he's up in the clouds. When done, they go downstairs, where she fixes him a giant breakfast. Eggs, bacon, mushrooms, tomatoes, beans, fry, you name it, he's got it. But on the side of it, next to his cup of tea, was a pound coin in the saucer of the teacup. And he just said, oh, this is it's just 2 wonderful words. But what's the pound for? Well, she says, last night I told my husband that today would be your last day and that I wanted to do something special for him. I asked him what to give you, and he says, "Screw him," he says, "give him a quid and tell him to bugger off." But the breakfast was not ready.
Terry's joke of the week.
Very good.
I'm just thinking, Terry, I think I've heard that joke before, but you have to be very careful at the end.
I know. I nearly lost it there. I tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, Mickey Mouse, no sex with British. Absolutely.
No sex with British, is that what he says?
Yeah.
We conversations got some last week. What we got here? We got Stevie Knowles and Patrick Morris and Caroline.
Likes it.
She's in hysterics.
Rick.
Jerry.
Yeah, Rick saying yes. It's the clean version, Rick.
The clean version, yeah. He cleaned out. I think he done it cleaned out very well. I think it off the cuff of it.
Yeah, Rick and I were in the army together 50 odd years ago. We were both in the same regiment.
The army, would you?
And he understands it, don't you, Rick?
Yeah. He knows the real story of that joke.
He knows the real story.
Indeed. Well, well, we're an entertaining evening, wouldn't you say?
Certainly have. Yeah.
I want to know what
Very
Maria's going to do next to top that.
Yeah. What are you going to do, Maria?
Oh.
Watch this spot.
It's a murder mystery.
I'm not saying.
Oh, yeah.
Balls, ball.
I got a really full plate right now. Actually, I mean, the Drone Fest is on the 7th, and then on the 4th of November are the Emmys. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I've got going right now.
Yeah.
So
Are you coming to the drone meet in April, Maria?
no, something's telling me not to go to Florida.
No, you got to come, Maria. You got to come over.
We're going to be there.
I just saw a Florida gator dragging around a corpse. There's no way I'm going to Florida.
She's saying it's true. So it probably didn't make the news in Europe, but they found a gator with literally dragging around a 40-something-year-old woman. No joke.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No joke.
I am not going to Florida.
We don't have to swim.
We can't have me and Terry back for us, God.
You guys make a drone meetup in California.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm not worried about going to Florida this year because I know that Terry Hawes is going to be there and he'll protect me.
I'll rule that there, Marcus.
He's going to wear his special dark glasses. Any gator looks at Terry is going to go, I'm not taking him on, I'm off.
No. Terry will walk up to an alligator and just tell it a joke and get that alligator laughing his ass off. He'll forget what he's doing.
That's a much better idea, Terry.
The gator will die of laughter. Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, there's an important event going on tomorrow, and I really want to poll the panel here. Who's pulling the trigger tomorrow morning? It's would be at 7 a.m. my time, so 6 a.m. your time, Maria. There's a new drone that's going to be coming out. So
Is it tomorrow? Is it? Wow.
It's mañana.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
You doing a special show for?
Well, there's going to be a special edition Drone Nation for the Go Live event. Yeah.
Excellent. What time's that on?
Well, it'd be 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Right.
Right.
So what time's that for you?
7 a.m. my time. Yeah.
So what's time that for me then?
Well, that's going to be, let's see, you're 6, so about, 2 p.m. your time, I believe?
I don't know. It's
right, yeah.
10 o'clock here now.
Yeah. Anyway, we're going to have a special guest from southern Spain on the show as well.
Are you? Cool.
Anyway, I didn't mean to just, I mean, it is a big deal. It's, the Mini 4 Pro, it's going to be cool. So
I want the Air 3S. That's what I want to see come out.
So you're waiting for that 1-inch sensor, aren't you, Maria? On it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. It's important. It means something.
Yeah.
Okay, Caroline can't have an idea. Maria can make a documentary across America to drone in Florida.
Yeah. You know, Maria, all kidding aside, I have a lot of friends in Florida that they tell me, oh, well, you're so lucky to be in Idaho. There's so many cool places to fly. But when I went down to Florida, God, there's lighthouses, there's beach, there's all kinds of really cool things to capture with your drone. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, I'm not doubting it. I just have a problem with alligators, snakes, and bugs.
That's legit. That's legit, Maria. That's absolutely
Actually, where I want to go, where I really want to go is I want to go to Vermont in the fall. And I want to film that. My mom is from New York. She's from Long Island, New York. I want to go to New York, and I'll need an interpreter to go with me, but I need to go to New York, and that's why I take my mom with me. She's my interpreter because she knows how to speak, with the New York accent. But I want to film the Northeast. I mean, that's
take Jeannie with you. Jeannie's from New York.
Take your mum. That's the next road trip, isn't it? Maria and her mum.
Oh God, there's no way. My mom is going on 71 on October 10th. There's no way she can.
Oh, that's old. 71. My God, that's crazy.
No, for my mom. Trust me.
I wish I was 71 again.
Chris said Marie doesn't want to get her drone eaten by a gator.
Hey, if you're up there in Vermont, though, Maria, make sure you stop by the Ben & Jerry's plant. And
that's on my list. I'm lactose intolerant too, but I don't care. I'm still going to do it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, look, we've come to the end of the show again because it's just not long enough, is it? Marie, thanks ever so much again. We're just blessed with your company.
Thank you.
So there's only one thing to say now, I suppose, isn't there?
Bye.
Anyone got any final words?
I forgot we're in the UK now.
We're in the UK.
Okay.
I'm watching